Welcome to today's story time. My name is Mary Ann Wright, and I'm a 4-H area educator with Lincoln University Cooperative Extension. This week we are discussing folk tales as a part of our Imagine Your Story summer reading program. I hope you joined me yesterday as we talked about the characteristics of a folk tale, but if you missed that video, it is posted at both the Pemiscot County 4-H Facebook page and at the Caruthersville Public Library Summer Reading Program 2020 page. Today, we are going to be reading a version of the classic folktale Little Red Riding Hood. This story is entitled Ptit Rouge, and it is a fun Cajun version of the classic tale. I became familiar with this book in high school when I read it for a speech competition, and I have loved it ever since, and I'm happy to be sharing it with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, the title is Ptit Rouge, and it's written by Mike Artell. Back in this swamp, where that Spanish moss grow, I heard me a story from a long time ago. In a little old house that been built out of wood, lived a girl people call Ptit Rouge, Riding Hood. One day when her grandmare come down with the flu, Ptit Rouge mama told her what she got to do. Take her this gumbo and 3 or 2 sweaters, and some of this boudin gon' make her feel better. You can take the Ptit Rouge with that big long push pole. Then there's just one more thing that you need to be told. Don't stop on the swamp, don't you stop on the way, 'cause the swamp's full of gator share, that's what they say. So take that cat in the Ptit Rouge with you, and bring yourself home just as soon as you're through. Ptit Rouge take that food, and her cat Cajun too, then jump in the Ptit Rouge like she been told to do. Mama waved adieu, and Cajun he waved back, as they float through the swamp where their water looks black. They don't be gone long when they see by the swamp a big long green log that's got plenty of bumps. That log it come close to the Ptit Rouge and say, "Now what you two doing out here, s'il vous plaît?" It was Claude that old gator, and Ptit Rouge got a hunch that old Claude thinking he'd like to have her for lunch. "We taking this food to my grandmare," she say, "and I got me this pole, so you get out of their way." "Pardon, mademoiselle, I don't mean to be rude. I just thinking that maybe you share some your food. A taste of that boudin or shrimp étouffée, that's all that I want, then I get out of their way." Ptit Rouge raised that pole way high in the air, and she looked at old Claude, and she give him a stare. "I'm counting to 3, and if you're still there, this pole's gonna hit you where you part your hair." And when she say 1, old Claude back out of their way. He know that girl sure enough mean what she say. Then little Ptit Rouge pushed that Ptit Rouge again, and old Claude closed his eyes, and old Claude start to grin. "I got an idea, and I know what to do. I'll get me that food and that little girl too." That gator swim fast, and then quick as the mouse, he is up on the porch of Grandma's old house. He opened the door and stick in his head, and then he see Grandma asleep in the bed. He try to tiptoe so he don't hear no sound, but his tail bumped the shelf, and 2 cups fall down. When they hit the floor, crash! It break both them cups, and Grandma she hear it, and old Grandma wake up. "Sacre!" she exclaimed, "I know this ain't right." Then she jump in the closet, and she locked that door tight. "Ha ha!" old Claude laughed. "You can hide, that's okay. In fact, it's more better with you out of their way. Claude put on the nightgown and Grandma's nightcap, then jump in the bed like he taking a nap. He pulled up the covers round his big old green head and pretend that he's Grandma just laying in bed. And sure enough, right soon, there's a knock at the door. And old Claude say, "Come in. What you stay outside for?" And in walk Cajun and Ptit Rouge Riding Hood, and they look at the Grandma, and she don't look good. Ptit Rouge say, "Grandma, your face, it's all green, and your skin's got them bumps. Now what does that mean?" Old Claude, he make a smile, and he say, "It's the flu. It make me all green with these bumps, that's for true. Why don't you come closer, 'cause I want to see all that good food your mama done cook for poor me." Ptit Rouge Riding Hood and Cajun the cat, they take a step closer from where they was at. Ptit Rouge say, "Grandma, I know you been sick, but I think me eyes are playing on me a trick. Your mouth kind of big and your nose kind of long, and I got me a feeling that something's bad wrong." "I've been rubbing my nose with them tissues," said Claude, "and my nose looks funny 'cause I rubbed it too hard." "Now come on one step closer," said Claude kind of sweet, "'cause I'm thinking that maybe it's about time to eat." Ptit Rouge and Cajun, they get up real close. When Claude smiles, Cajun turns as white as them ghosts. Ptit Rouge say, "Grandma, your teeth big and white, and Cajun and me know that something ain't right." And that's when Claude laughed and he say, "Oh, mais oui, it ain't right for you, but it's sure right for me." Claude throwed off them sheets. Ptit Rouge shout, "Aye, it's that gator gonna make a lunch out of me." Claude crawled in the bed and then onto the floor. Then Ptit Rouge knows she's in trouble for sure. But Cajun the cat, yeah, he know what to do. He's smart for a cat. Yeah, you know that for true. When Claude turned his back, Cajun run to the table and jump up on top just as fast as he able. He find them bottle that say red hot sauce. Then he reach back his arm and he give it a toss. He see Ptit Rouge catch that sauce in her hand. Then he pulled out of the basket a piece of boudin. He tossed that boudin just when Claude start to hiss. Cajun cross his finger and hope he don't miss. Ptit Rouge watched that boudin come fly through the air. Then she reach up and catch it. But guess who's right there? That's right, it was Claude. Ptit Rouge know one thing. Old Claude's mouth ain't open 'cause he like to sing. She take that hot sauce and 'fore you count to 2, she soaked that boudin with that sauce true and true. She shoved that boudin right in front of Claude's nose. Just about that time, Claude snapped his jaws closed. He think he done bit Ptit Rouge Riding Hood. And at first Claude be thinking, she tastes pretty good. But then he stopped chewing and closed both him eyes. Then he sit up and think, maybe he gonna die. He make them backflip 'cause that boudin's so hot. And then next thing you know, his tail tied in them knot. He dance all around, he don't know what to do. His mouth feel like fire, his nose burning too. So into this swamp with his mouth open wide, Claude jumped in the water to cool off inside. And then from that closet, Grandma, she peek out, 'cause she want to see what's making Claude shout. And when she see Claude in that swamp jumping round, she come out of the closet and dance up and down. Then Grandmère Cajun and Ptit Rouge Riding Hood be roll on that floor and they laugh themselves good. Then Grandmère stand up and she duffed off her clothes. She say, "Whew, that food sure smells good to my nose. Now pull up some chairs and let's take a look at all that good food your mama done cook." And soon they all eatin' that shrimp etouffee, boudin and gumbo with lots of filet. And when they all through, Ptit Rouge tell Grandmère, "Go sit yourself down in that big rocking chair." Grandmère she sit down with Cajun on her lap, and soon Ptit Rouge and them all taking a nap. And folks in their swamp, they sometimes they see old Claude hanging round that old swamp of a tree. 'Cause Claude, that old gator, he finally cooled down. But when he see people now, he don't come around. 'Cause Claude reckon people be too hot to eat. He don't know that it's the hot sauce done made all the heat. Old Claude, he'd been tricked, so it all worked out good for Cajun, Grandmère, and Ptit Rouge Riding Hood. I hope you enjoyed today's story, Ptit Rouge, and as you can see, it is very similar to Little Red Riding Hood, but just has a different cultural twist on it. And we learned yesterday that that's really what defines a folk tale. It's a story about a certain culture that's been passed down over time. Be sure to join me tomorrow as we make our own treat basket for Grandmère, and we are going to be making a spicy Cajun snack mix to fill up our fun little basket. So I hope you join me tomorrow in that post at 1 o'clock. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Bye-bye.